just 2 days after Rossello announced he would not seek re-election next year. If Rossello does resign, he will be replaced by the Secretary of Justice.
Boris Johnson replaces Theresa May as British Prime Minister later this morning. That means a big change in leadership style. We go live to London. CBS's Vicky Barker.
In Theresa May, the Brits had a businesslike, some would say colorless Prime Minister. In Boris Johnson, they're getting this.
We are going to rise and ping off the guy rapes of self-doubt.
A posh, polysyllabic populist.
The Boris Johnson persona is, I think, pretty carefully constructed.
British lawmaker Alistair Burt, cultivating a kind of shambling eccentricity, helped get Johnson elected. Now he has to show the British people he can lead. Peter?
The Royal Canadian Mounted Police say they always get their man, and now they're saying they've cracked the murder case of an Australian man and an American woman in British Columbia. Sergeant Janelle Chouillet says they're looking for a pair of teenage runaways.
The RCMP are now considering Cam McLeod and Briar Schmigelski as suspects in the Dees Lake suspicious death and the double homicide of Lucas Fowler and China Dees.
It's been hot, dry, and smoky in Flagstaff, Arizona, where a wildfire burns just outside the city. Governor Doug Ducey.
There will be no expense spared in combating this blaze. This is the absolute top priority for the state of Arizona at this moment and will remain so until we have it contained.
There are some evacuations. About 5,000 homes are in danger. S&P futures are down 6.5. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we've bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
Some job recruitment sites overload your inbox with resumes. Glassdoor knows not just any will do. From 62 million job seekers, Glassdoor only matches you with qualified candidates who have the skills and experience your small business needs to grow. In fact, Glassdoor hires are 30% more likely to stay with your company longer. And Glassdoor can help you find that perfect candidate in half the resumes. Go to glassdoor.com/hire. Glassdoor. Find the right fit for your business.
The Senate has finally passed the 9/11 First Responders Bill. The lawmaker who held it up last week was one of only two to vote against it. CBS's Pam Coulter.
With only 2 no votes, Republicans Mike Lee and Rand Paul, the Senate gave final legislative approval to a bill that ensures the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund never runs out of money. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand said 9/11 first responders and their families had had enough of political games that delayed the bill's passage for months. Congressional auditors estimate the measure would result in $10 billion in additional compensation payments over a decade. Pam Coulter, CBS News.
Chicago police have reportedly profiled just about everybody who's spoken at public meetings of a police disciplinary panel, and then some. The Chicago Tribune says the list includes profiles and criminal background checks of activists, union officials, and others. The mayor once headed that committee and says she was unaware. Peter King, CBS News.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. Let's talk credit card debt for a minute. If you feel you're carrying too much of it, you're not alone. The average household in the U.S. carries over $8,000 in credit card debt. Ready for some good news? With a cash-out refinance from Quicken Loans, you can quickly and easily put some of the equity in your home to good use by paying off a lot of that high-interest credit card debt. A great way to take cash out is with our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.125%. APR 4.22%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN to learn how taking cash out with a 30-year fixed mortgage might be the right solution for you. And for a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate subject to change. Pay 0.88% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Enjoy Wendy's 4 for $4 meals, now with 8 sandwich choices, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. 4 items for only $4 at Wendy's.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net.
Into the good stuff now. Temperatures almost 10 degrees below average as we start the day, and as we go through the day, we'll stay below average by about 10 degrees. Humidity is comfortable. Boy, for the last week of July, this is going to be a pretty good run. Get outside and enjoy it. A very nice start, beautiful finish. Plenty of sunshine today, 81. Tonight, clear, 56. Tomorrow, sunny, 83. Friday, more sun than clouds, 88. And probably staying in the upper 80s over the upcoming weekend. Gorgeous weekend coming up with plenty of sunshine. No rain mentioned until about Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Riley Dental Group, a group of dedicated and highly trained dentists who are committed to you and your family's dental health. Dr. Matthew Riley, Dr. Amy Norris Cassidy, and Dr. Jim Thurman. 3 professionals who encourage and facilitate excellent dental care. With the latest in technology, Riley Dental Group offers sedation dentistry for many procedures. They are the well-established source for dental implants in this area, which has changed so many patients' lives. Of course, dental care begins with hygiene. The dental hygienists at Riley Dental Group keep your teeth clean and coach you as you take care of your teeth at home. Commit to taking better care of your dental health. Get the Riley Dental Group on your side today. Call 651-5939. That's 651-5939 and get started. Riley Dental Group, 101 State Avenue in Glasgow.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. A bicycle accident that left Glasgow Electric Plant Board Superintendent Billy Ray injured has raised questions among board members as to who could execute his roles in the case he is incapacitated. Board members gathered Tuesday night in regular session to discuss these issues and more. Ray was incapacitated July 10th after he collided with a vehicle during a morning bike ride. Ray says he was mostly unconscious July 11th, leaving the Glasgow EPB without an executive to carry out operations like signing off on POs. At this point, Ray is officially away from work. While Ray can complete certain tasks away from the office, board members discuss items in the future when Ray may be unable to complete even those tasks. Finance Manager Melanie Reed completed executive tasks following Ray's accident, but laws stated in the Little TVA Act and Kentucky Revised Statute dictate that the utility superintendent is the only authorized individual to complete certain tasks. According to the GEPB attorney Ron Hampton, KRS 96.780 states that the superintendent is the only individual who can take action and complete tasks prescribed to the position. With this information, the board decided to design its own protocol in times when the GEPB superintendent is incapacitated. Board members voted to permit the chief finance officer, or in this case of the Glasgow Electric Plant Board, the finance manager, to serve as interim superintendent. But the board specifically laid out that the CFO is the only to adopt the position if the superintendent is incapacitated. In relation to Ray, Reed would have been authorized to carry out his duties when he was unconscious and unable to do any work. As for other times, the superintendent would be expected to carry out his duties. Ray is currently doing this as he works away from the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. Ray says he is recovering well. He tells WCLU News he is mostly at home under the care of his wife. In other business, Windstream continues to be a financial issue for the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. According to Ray's report Tuesday, Windstream owes the Electric Plant Board nearly $35,000. The number is increasing. Ray says the debt is a result of their failure to pay for pole attachments that they were billed for in January. Since then, the Glasgow Electric Plant Board has paid its debts to Windstream, but has not received payment from Windstream regarding its debt. A Bowling Green man was arrested Monday after police responded to a disturbance call in the Lamplighter neighborhood of Warren County. Police say the suspect was standing over the victim when they arrived. Police say 34-year-old Matthew Haar had been involved in an argument with the victim. According to police, Haar assaulted the woman during the argument, resulting in her falling onto the driveway. Police say the victim and a witness told them Haar tried to drive over the victim while she was on the pavement. Haar was arrested and charged with attempted murder, domestic violence, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, third offense, third-degree criminal mischief, and fourth-degree assault with a minor injury, domestic violence. Haar was lodged in the Warren County Jail. And a man has been arrested in Warren County after authorities say they responded to a report of a vandalized speed sign. Police say a speed sign was placed in the 2800th block of Plum Springs Road due to ongoing speeding complaints. According to police, a speed trailer was beaten and had been pushed over. A home surveillance video appeared to show a man beating the trailer with a hammer. Police say the man was identified as 29-year-old Foster Buchanan of Bowling Green. Police made contact with Buchanan at his home, where he later admitted to criminal mischief. Buchanan was arrested and charged with first-degree criminal mischief, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, third offense, possession of marijuana, and buying or possessing drug paraphernalia. Buchanan was lodged in the Warren County Jail. And according to Attorney General Andy Beshear, the Pike County grand jury last week indicted 51-year-old Anthony Baker for crimes that allegedly occurred while he hosted underage drinking parties, which used the use of illegal narcotics. The grand jury indicted Baker for second-degree unlawful transaction with a minor, a Class D felony, third-degree unlawful transaction with a minor, a Class A misdemeanor, and second-degree wanton endangerment, a Class A misdemeanor. The youngest minor allegedly attending these parties was 15 years old. A charge is merely an accusation. A defendant is presumed innocent unless proven guilty. Baker is scheduled to be arraigned in Pike Circuit Court on July 31st at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Beshear's office says Kentuckians have a moral and legal duty to report any instance of child abuse to local law enforcement or to Kentucky's Child Abuse Hotline at 877-597-2331 or 877-KENTUCKY-SAFE-1. It's 6:15, 57 degrees. Straight ahead, more of the news you can depend on, right here on WCLU.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I do to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I was currently with no prosthetic company, and I was just getting my beginner's prosthetic, and it still wasn't comfortable.
That's when Mike met William Bray with Extreme Prosthetics.
I met Mr. Bray at one of my daughter's ball games, and he'd handed me a card, and he seemed very confident and knew what he was talking about, so I decided to go see Mr. Bray just for a consultation, and just in minutes I was more confident in it, full range of motion.
Mike and many others have given great testimonials for William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics at 400 South Broadway in Glasgow, which you can check out online at comfortforamputees.com.
Yeah, I'm a rather large guy, and it takes a special prosthetic to carry my weight. In the first meeting with Mr. Bray, he realized by looking at the material they used to assemble my prosthetic that it wasn't at the weight limit to carry my weight, and had I not went to that consultation, I'd have never known that.
Professional care from someone who wears a prosthetic themselves. William Bray and Extreme Prosthetics.
If you're just not confident with it, I'd say go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
In more news this hour, Kentucky State Police are investigating the deaths of 3 people whose bodies were found after officers responded to a report of shots being fired. News outlets report police arrived at the scene in LaRue County on Monday to find a home fully engulfed in flames. Trooper Peter Binkley says a woman was found dead inside a vehicle on the property. When flames were extinguished, another victim was found. Trooper Scotty Sharp said authorities discovered a third person dead on the property, and that discovery led officers to contact police in Louisville. Police said a second crime scene is being investigated at a location in Jefferson County. That site is about 40 miles from the LaRue County home. The cause of the fire and the victims' names haven't been released. Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin's pension relief proposal is one step away from final passage after winning approval from a Senate committee as a special legislative session continues. The Senate State and Local Government Committee advanced the bill on Tuesday without making any changes. That sets the stage for a vote in the full Senate on Wednesday. If the measure clears the Senate without any changes, it will go to Bevin. The bill reflecting Bevin's plan passed the House by a slim margin Monday. The proposal aims to bring relief for regional universities and quasi-governmental entities strapped by massive increases in retirement costs. The affected agencies include public health departments, community mental health centers, and domestic violence shelters. The special session began last Friday and cost taxpayers about $66,000 daily. 3 people have been indicted on charges in the death of a Kentucky toddler who was attacked by a dog. News outlets report the boy's mother and the dog's owners shared the Louisville home where 2-year-old Isaiah Geeling was attacked. 25-year-old Jennifer Geeling was indicted Tuesday on a charge of reckless homicide. Dog owners 50-year-old Jack Sharping Jr. and 53-year-old Sharon Sharping were indicted on second-degree manslaughter charges. Louisville police responded to a report of a child inside a dog's mouth in May, and the wounded Isaiah was hospitalized. Authorities said Isaiah later died from blunt force injuries. Geeling and the Sharpings are set to appear in court Monday. Louisville Metro Animal Services spokeswoman Tia Barnes tells the Courier-Journal that the dog still is in quarantine. While Kentucky lawmakers are working on a pension bill he wants them to pass, Republican Governor Matt Bevin has been in Colorado talking trade with the vice president. The campaign of Bevin's Democratic challenger calls it, quote, a complete lack of leadership for Bevin to be out of the state while lawmakers meet in a special session that Bevin convened. A photo showing Bevin attending a speech by Vice President Mike Pence at a Republican Governors Association event in Colorado was circulated Tuesday on Twitter. Bevin faces a tough re-election challenge from Democrat Andy Beshear. Beshear's campaign said Tuesday that Bevin, quote, can't even be bothered to show up, end quote, as lawmakers debate his pension proposal. Bevin tweeted that he met with Pence to discuss trade issues affecting Kentucky. And American singer-songwriter John Prine is postponing several shows this summer so he can have surgery to insert a stent to prevent a stroke. A statement on Prine's website on Tuesday said Prine's doctors told him he had an elevated risk of stroke and he plans to have the surgery this week. Prine, who was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in June, has previously also had surgeries for lung and neck cancer. The 72-year-old postponed his next 8 shows, starting with a July 28th concert at Red Rocks in Colorado through the Edmonton Folk Festival in Canada on August 11th. The Grammy-winning country folk icon from Kentucky is known for songs like Angel from Montgomery, Sam Stone, and Hello in There. It's 6:21, 57 degrees. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Gruesome new details out of LaRue County, where 3 people were found dead earlier this week.
3 bodies were found on a property where a trailer had been destroyed in a fire. 33-year-old Brittany Wilson was found dismembered in a freezer inside the mobile home. Police believe she was murdered in Jefferson County. 39-year-old Nicole Murray was found shot to death in a car nearby. She was allegedly involved in a domestic situation, resulting in her death. The suspect allegedly called a family member to admit to both murders before setting the trailer on fire and taking his own life. I'm Haley Hansen.
Governor Bevin's pension relief bill is headed for final passage after clearing a Senate committee. The State and Local Government Committee approved the bill on a party line vote, setting the stage for a final vote today. The bill is intended to provide relief from soaring pension costs to regional universities, local health departments, and other government-related agencies. Senator Rand Paul is one of 2 lawmakers who voted against a bill that will ensure that the federal funds set up for 9/11 victims and first responders will never run out. The Kentucky Republican says he voted no because he believes federal spending must be cut back. Paul tweeted that he supports the heroism of the first responders, but voted against the bill because it remains unfunded. Senator Mike Lee of Utah also voted against the measure. The Kentucky National Guard says more than 150 soldiers are deploying to the Middle East. A departure ceremony is being held Thursday at the Owensboro Convention Center for soldiers with the 206 Engineer Battalion. The unit is headed to the U.S. Central Command Area of Operations to conduct construction missions in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
EIC Equal Housing Lender.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com. WCLU News Time 6:24. It is 57 degrees in downtown Glasgow. In area funeral announcements at this hour, Myrtle Shacklett, age 65 of Glasgow, died yesterday at her residence. Funeral arrangements are incomplete but will be under the direction of the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Gary Lee Chief Oliver, age 72 of Glasgow, died unexpectedly Saturday night at his home. He was retired from Farmers Rural Electric. Gary served with the U.S. Army 623rd Field Artillery, Kentucky National Guard, and was also a former member of the Glasgow City Council. In addition to his parents, he was preceded in death by his wife of 45 years, Sheila Gay Williams Oliver. He is survived by two sons, Ryan Blake Oliver of Louisville and Joshua Lee Oliver of Bowling Green, a half-brother, Michael Davis of Glasgow, and his brothers-in-law and sisters-in-law, Bernard Williams, Tony Williams, Todd Williams, and Rita Vance, all of Glasgow. A graveside service for Gary Lee Chief Oliver will be held at 11 a.m. Friday at the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery with military honors provided by DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. A celebration of life and gathering of family and friends will immediately follow the graveside service at location to be announced. The arrangements are under the direction of the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Barbara Nell Newport Knight, age 81 of Johnson City, died Monday at Cornerstone Village. Barbara was a native of Tompkinsville and had been a resident of Johnson City, Tennessee since 1970. Barbara was a homemaker and of the Baptist faith. She enjoyed serving as volunteer at the Crumley House Brain Injury Rehabilitation Center for more than 30 years and loved the members there. Barbara was an avid reader and was always involved with putting books in church libraries and visiting with, as well as providing books for residents of local nursing homes. Barbara is survived by her husband of 61 years, Robert E. Knight, three children, Eric Knight of Copper Hill, Tennessee, Brad Knight and wife Brittany of Louisville, and Amy McKinney and husband Bill of Johnson City, daughter-in-law Lisa Knight of Appleton, Tennessee, four grandchildren, Katie, Emily, Hayden, and Eric Knight Jr., three brothers, John Newport and wife Katie Sue of Springfield, Missouri, Stanley Newport and wife Jeanette of Shepherdsville, and David Newport and wife Marcia of Glasgow. Graveside services for Barbara Nell Newport Knight will be Saturday at 11:30 a.m. in the Basil Wilson Cemetery in Tompkinsville. It was Barbara's request that memorials be made to the Crumley House Brain Injury Rehabilitation Center in Limestone, Tennessee. May Bell Oh Mama Pretty, age 81 of Canmer, passed away Monday at her home after a long battle with cancer. May Bell went to school at Monroe Hart Memorial and received her GED in later years. She was an avid antique dealer and collector. When she wasn't working on the farm or in the garden, she was dealing in antiques, buying and selling. She was known for her outspoken words and opinions and had such a funny personality and contagious laughter. She owned and operated May's Antiques in Cameron for many years. She bought, sold, and refinished furniture. She loved quilting, gardening, and auctions, but most of all, she loved all of her grandbabies. She is survived by her husband, Junior Pretty, daughter Donna Faye Logston, her grandbabies, and son, Eric Pretty, sister, Margie Pretty, brother, Shirley Bryant, and 7 grandchildren, 12 great-grandchildren, and a host of friends at Cave City Auction, as well as her dog, Mo. Funeral services for Maybelle Old Mama Pretty will be at 3 p.m. on Thursday at Wynn Funeral Home. Visitation will be Thursday from 11 a.m. until time for the service. Edith Cross Coleman, age 82 of Russell, Kentucky, formerly of Walton, Indiana, passed away Monday at Kingsbrook Life Center in Ashland. Edith was a retired aide at Logansport State Hospital in Indiana. She formerly attended Indian Creek Baptist Church in Flippin and Greenup United Methodist Church. She loved to read, knit, and crochet. She is survived by one son, Derek Weaver, and wife Holly of Rochester, Indiana, one daughter, Carol Rollins, and husband Frank of Russell. 8 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren, and a host of nieces and nephews also survive. Funeral services for Edith Cross Coleman will be conducted at 1 p.m. Thursday at the Anderson Bartley Gamaliel Chapel in Gamaliel. Burial will be in the Neal Cemetery in Flippin. Visitation will be Thursday from 11 a.m. until time of service at the Anderson Bartley Gamaliel Chapel. Funeral services for Ann Huff, age 64 of Glasgow, will be at 1 p.m. Friday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home with burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be from 4 until 8 p.m. Thursday and after 10 a.m. on Friday. Funeral services for Cody Jewel Glass, age 32 of Glasgow, will be at 2 p.m. Thursday at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home with burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will begin at 2 p.m. today. Funeral services for James Rollin Jimmy Peden, age 66 of Griderville, will be at 2 p.m. today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home with burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Funeral services for David H. Graham, age 73 of Pine Grove, will be at 2 p.m. today at Pine Grove United Baptist Church with burial in the church cemetery. Grayville Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Funeral services for Gletha Levon Emerson, age 85 of Glasgow, will be at 11 a.m. today at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home with burial in the Shallow Cemetery. Funeral services for Carl Leonard Cutliff, age 97 of Glasgow, will be at 11 a.m. today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home with burial in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Funeral services for Louise Bishop Pardue, age 97, of Fountain Run, will be at 11 a.m. today at Fountain Run Old Baptist Church with burial in the Fountain Run Cemetery. Goad Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Celebrate your memories. No two funerals are exactly alike. Personalization is a valuable consideration. Whether the ceremony is elaborate or simple, funerals are often individualized to reflect the life and values of the deceased.
This is Follis Crow. It may reflect one's occupation, hobbies, or a lifetime of photo memories. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in Glasgow. We're here for you.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
When you think of God, it is so important that you think great thoughts about Him. In Romans chapter 11, beginning at verse 33, the Bible says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of God! How unsearchable are His judgments, and His ways past finding out! For who has known the mind of the Lord? Who has become His counselor? Who has first given to Him, and it shall be repaid to Him? For of Him, and through Him, and to Him are all things, to whom be glory forever. Amen." You need to fill your mind with just how big, how powerful, and how perfect our God is. He is so amazing, infinitely perfect and infinitely wise. When you think of God, what is it you think about? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Thank you, Bart. Right now, 57 degrees in downtown Glasgow, 6:32. It's funny, we were doing the weather forecast earlier this morning, and I wasn't on the air, which I couldn't figure out why. Everything seemed to be working. There's one button I have to hit at 5:30 a.m. when I get here, and I didn't hit it. And so that's why my mic wasn't coming on, but glad to be loud and clear with you right now this morning. Let's hear from Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel, and here is today's early morning forecast.
Into the good stuff now. Temperatures almost 10 degrees below average as we start the day, and as we go through the day, we'll stay below average by about 10 degrees. Humidity is comfortable, boy, for the last week of July. This is going to be a pretty good run. Plenty of sunshine today, 81. Tonight, clear, 56. Tomorrow, sunny, 83. Friday, more sun than clouds, 88, and probably staying in the upper 80s over the upcoming weekend with plenty of sunshine. No rain mentioned until about Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
And taking a look at our current conditions, we've got 30.08 on the barometric pressure. Winds are calm, 96% humidity, no precipitation in the last 24 hours. Almost 200s, but the cutoff was 25 hours ago. So other than that, it was a rain-free day, and looks to be a rain-free rest of the week, really. As Ray Stajic said, temperatures in the mid-80s all week, and sunny and clear and calm, and that'll be nice to have. That'll be nice to have. Coming up next, we are going to do some birthday shout-outs, and want to do that. So the phone lines are open right now at 270-651-9149. That's 270-651-9149. We'll be doing those in just a moment. So stay with us here on Good Morning Live.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive. See the Carfax Vehicle History Report. Calculate payments. Apply for financing. Get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book. And check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the store in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Time to get the Ralphie on and get this birthday list rolling, folks. Well, I'm telling you, biggest 6:30 birthday list I've ever seen in working here in over 13 years. But want to say happy 61st birthday to Ralph Gentry today. Paula Coomer with the birthday. 65 today for Buddy Pickett. We've got Bailey J. Yules having a birthday. Shannon Taylor. Judy Glass, Renelle Houchin, Holly Alexander celebrates today. Happy birthday to Madonna Young, Barbara Hatcher, Ernesta Nene Hayes having a birthday today. Stephen Lee, Justin Hubbard is 32. We got Elijah Wood on the list. Also Rex Thomason, 71. Happy birthday, Rex, from your sister Shirley. Johnny Young with the birthday today. Kelly Allen, again, Jerry Wood. Ricky Lee Neal has a birthday today. And also, there's a family tie with another birthday honoree, Peggy Wilson Brown. So your brother-in-law wished you happy birthday, Ricky Lee Neal, and that is happy birthday from your husband there, Peggy Brown. Happy birthday to Mahogany Staples, Mariana Irving, Tim Doyle, Danielle England Miller, Leanne Botts, Amberly Fishback, Brittany Knuckles, Elliot Dickerson has a birthday today. Mel Parker with the birthday. And also turning 18, it's Braxton Bragg celebrating. Anniversaries today for John and Rhonda Doyle. Happy anniversary to the Doyles. And also Floyd and Lois Bull celebrating 39 years today. Congratulations to Floyd and Lois, a nice couple I've known my entire life. Hey, we want to remind you we are patting on the back today by special request Niecy Ennis, who is retiring from Barren River State Park with 27 years of service. So, if you see Niecy around town or over at the park or enjoying retirement, be sure to pat Niecy on the back. Tell them they're good as gold from their friends at WCLU. And a little taste of Texas where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. And so Niecy will be the third of several contestants for this week's Good as Gold giveaway, brought to you by A Little Taste of Texas. Somebody's going to win a steak dinner there. And what a nice prize that would be. Coming right back, we are going to be doing the archives. So if folks will hang tight, we're going to dive straight into history here on WCLU, and we'll get Sam Terry on the line as well. So stay tuned here on Good Morning Live.
Now at Ford's, choose Select Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, or Ford's Furniture mattress sets, and we'll give you an adjustable base free. Or get a set of memory foam pillows, a mattress protector, and a down comforter, a $500 value, all free with select mattress sets now at Ford's Furniture.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is now better than ever because it's the deal with more variety than ever. With 8 different sandwiches to choose from, plus nuggets, fries, and a drink. So choose a double stack, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or a grilled chicken go-wrap, or the junior bacon cheeseburger, or any of these others. Whatever you choose, you still get this much food, all for just $4. So try all 8 and pick your favorite, and taste what makes the new 4 for $4 deliciously different. Only at Wendy's.
It's the real future face of Pedigo Lessenberry. Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hilo 4 or the Moto G7 Power for only $1 a month. Restrictions apply. Buy online now at bluegrasscellular.com or at your closest store. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
And we're back here on Good Morning Live. We're getting ready to do the archives, which are brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services on Industrial Drive in Glasgow, because history is made by the hard work that stands the test of time. Before we do that, I want to give a shout out to some folks tuning in on Facebook Live. Good morning to one of my best friends in the world, Bryce Wood, and Paulette Knuckles listening this morning. Eva Yates says, Good morning. It's cool this morning. And it is cool this morning. And what a relief that is. Billy Ray's watching this morning. Hopefully Billy is getting healed up and doing better. So shout out to Billy, and prayers and thoughts go out to you, sir. We got a bunch of people on there. Donita Runyon, of course, says good morning. She says good morning from Illinois. That's pretty cool. Dale Copus wished everyone a happy and blessed Wednesday. And we'll do the archives coming up right after this. 15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow. And we're back here on Good Morning Live. I want to bring in my guest and local historian, Sam Terry. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Wes. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. I've got to preview the archives a little bit today, and I tell you what, it's nothing huge, really, but just the way they tell the story, it just makes for an interesting round. So we'll dive right in if you want to.
Always interesting.
This day in 1919 in the Glasgow Times, we have an announcement, a submission, if you will, to the local publication from Woody Greer. Here's what Woody Greer has to say. He says, quote, I have taken charge of the mill at Lucas and am prepared to grind your corn for exchange. We'll keep on hand for sale at the lowest possible price a supply of best flour, wheat bran, and good cornmeal. The terms are strictly cash. Your patronage will be appreciated, and their motto is courteous treatment and a square deal to all. From Woody Greer, 1919.
Sounds like a great place to do your business.
Sounds like somebody who has been in the business for a while and has been a patron himself and knows how to treat customers because he's been one before. A quick write-up here in 1929, Sam. This was in the Republican, and a name we all know, Jigger Aspley, who ran the theaters here for so many years. But Jigger Aspley has had measles and is out again. So he had the measles.
Well, at that time, Jigger would have been a fairly young chap.
Yes.
In 1929. So obviously he had already won the hearts of folks in Glasgow in 1929.
And that was easy to do. He was such a charming character. This day in 1939, we have a headline here that reads, Mrs. Moat Peden recovers silverware lost a year ago. Now, that's a good thing to happen. But let's read into the story, Sam. It says, recently, Miss Moat Peden recovered a quantity of silver that was stolen from her home near Goodnight a year ago when some thief ransacked her home and stole a number of keepsakes, watches, old coins, and trinkets, including the silverware, which was more than 60 years old at that time in 1939. The loot was discovered at the root of a cherry tree and was partly exposed to the elements which played havoc with the silver. With a year of exposure, the silver was ruined for use, but as a keepsake which she had received from her mother is highly prized and will be preserved. So there you go. The mystery of where the silverware went is, they've got it back, even though it's a little bit tarnished.
Well, at least she got it back, and it meant something to her. It's kind of interesting how our society evolves over time. And years ago, we were all anxious to take care of the silver and get more of it. And today, the present generation seems anxious to get rid of the silver.
Yeah.
And not have to take care of it.
I don't understand that, because we've got some in our family that I hope to get someday. I just think it's cool. I just think the nostalgia of it and the thing that people you never knew who your bloodline runs through use the same silverware for holidays and things like that. For some reason, that just means something to me, but maybe it doesn't to everyone. But nonetheless, the preservation of history is important. We want to thank our archivist, Ray Green and Gail Berry, and all the folks down there, Sherry Wesley at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. Sherry let us know yesterday that they are up to $3,800 of their $5,000 goal for the challenge donation. So be sure and do donate to the cause for the Cultural Center, as they are doing a fundraising challenge to raise $5,000, which is going to be matched anonymously. So anything we can do to help that out, please let us know. All right, 1949, Sam. Here's a statement, and this is a statement correcting some false rumors. Okay, this statement was made by B.Y. Spillman, who was sheriff of Barron County. Here's what he had to say in the publication here. It says, contrary to rumor, I am not participating in this pending county campaign. It is rumored that I will be a deputy sheriff after this election. This is a false statement being made by political gossip. The Constitution of Kentucky prohibits any sheriff from succeeding himself, either as sheriff or deputy sheriff. I wanted my friends and the people to understand my position in this regard. So clear the air. That's the real story. Forget the gossip. B.Y. Spillman will not be a deputy sheriff after the election. That was 1949. Just put the rumors to bed, right, Sam?
That's one way to take care of it, just expose the truth.
There you go. All right. In 1959, here is what was going on in local politics and economic development. A city-county airport is dealt severe blow by the fiscal court. As it reads here, the Barron Fiscal Court shall not participate in financing or acquisition of an airport or airport site until such time as land suitable for airport purposes other than land presently condemned. Members of the court were A.C. Moore, Homer Church, Wilson Curd Handy, Jim Waller, Ed Woods, and Joe P. Bybee. So, do you have any knowledge of how that sort of, what happened right after that? Or?
I think it's called the Glasgow Municipal Airport.
That's right.
They didn't participate, and that's how we have the Glasgow Airport, not the city-county airport.
Okay. And so, I'm guessing that was the land where that is. Was that land condemned, or am I misunderstanding that?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Okay. All right. Well, putting a good use to it, at least. All right. This day in 1969, we have 36 Barron County boys attending Camp Curry near Benton, Kentucky. And I'm sure there's a nice picture to go with that somewhere. But you know, a lot of kids, a lot of sixth graders, a lot of 11-year-olds go and learn some cool things for the first time at that age at Camp Curry. I personally didn't go, but most everybody I was friends with did. I played ball, and so I didn't go. As we know, we're skipping 79 for a little bit, but 1989, Sam, more youth news. Glasgow Little League All-Stars captured their own tournament the hard way by coming out of the losers bracket to win 4 straight games. So coming out of the losers bracket and winning the tournament makes it kind of more difficult, but nonetheless a fiery group of young men there. Not sure who they were. I wished I knew who they were. I have an idea of who might be about that age, but I don't want to call them out. All right, this day in 1999, disaster status sought for Barron County and other counties due to the summer drought. And I'm glad this came up, because I don't remember a drought, you know, back in those days, but, you know, I was 15. And I wasn't too much worried about a drought. But
well, we did have some, and it was quite disastrous for our agriculture community.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in raising crops, but growing enough forage for our animals to be able to survive.
And so, you know, that is a state of emergency when your economy is built the way ours is. So hopefully folks stepped in to help us out. And we wrap up the archives today with a notable figure in our local history, and that is Jane Baker. It was this day in 2009, just 10 years ago, Jane Baker was named the new Secretary-Treasurer for the local TPA chapter in Glasgow. Jane replaced Leonard Kingery in 2009. And that's what we have, Sam. In the archives, I do want to mention that August 2nd through 11th at the Cultural Center, the Quilter Friends Quilt Guild will display beautiful quilts from South Central Kentucky area. At least one historic quilt will be included from the Cultural Center's collection. So while you're doing stuff in the month of August, go check that out, August 2nd through 11th, especially if you're into quilts and can appreciate the good artistry and the good craftsmanship done on that. Do go check that out. Because quilts are a part of history. I know we've got a lot of quilts that are passed down, and I think that is cool. Sam, that was fun. Let's do it again next week. You want to?
I will look forward to it. Have a great day, Wes.
You too. Take care. And he will, of course, be on with Dad tomorrow. This is the Wednesday with Wes edition, though. So it's 57 degrees right now at 6:51. Phone lines are open if you have any birthdays that you would like to announce. And we'll get on with our program here in downtown Glasgow. 57 degrees right back after this on Good Morning Live.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for $4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for $4 is what you need when you need it. So turn that car around and hit your nearest Wendy's today.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time. Meal includes 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, and small drink. Offer not valid in Alaska and Hawaii.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
At Ford's Furniture, England special orders don't cost more or take longer. Choose the Macintosh Sage Couch and customize it with your choice of fabric, designer pillows, even choose your seat firmness for only $5.99. That's right, just $5.99 for a custom order couch in your home in 30 days, or it's free. For a limited time, you can get special financing. 48 months, no interest, making the Macintosh Sage Couch less than $13 a month. On sale now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
Hey, we're at 6:54 right now here in WCLU, and I've got a special birthday to wish to Olivia Wood. That's right, Olivia Wood is turning 10 today. She's a daughter of one of my good friends. And so, Olivia, you're 10 today, which means you get a gong. We do when your birthday ends in 0. So there you go, Olivia. Happy birthday. Olivia did a great, fantastic job at the National Beta competition just about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and just a talented young lady. So happy birthday, Olivia. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Here's Ray Staging.
Into the good stuff now. Temperatures almost 10 degrees below average as we start the day, and as we go through the day, we'll stay below average by about 10 degrees. Humidity is comfortable. Boy, for the last week of July, this is going to be a pretty good run. Get outside and enjoy it. A very nice start, beautiful finish, plenty of sunshine today, 81. Tonight, clear, 56. Tomorrow, sunny, 83. Friday, more sun than clouds, 88. And probably staying in the upper 80s over the upcoming weekend. Gorgeous weekend coming up with plenty of sunshine. No rain mentioned until about Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Looking at our current conditions, the barometric pressure's at 30.08. Winds are calm. Humidity 96%. No rain in the last 24 hours. That's what we have in the way of the weather forecast, which is brought to you by South Central Bank.
Forbes magazine keeps watch on financial trends across the country. When Forbes magazine published their best in-state banks recently, a familiar name made the list: South Central Bank. Yes, South Central Bank was ranked in the top 5 banks in Kentucky by Forbes magazine. 25,000 consumers nationwide were asked 20 questions about their financial dealings, satisfaction, recommendations, branch and digital services, and financial advice. The results? Forbes magazine readers found out something many of us have known for years. South Central Bank sets the standard for hometown banking. We're small enough to know you, big enough to help. And with 25 locations, it's easy to bank at one of the best in-state banks. South Central Bank, member FDIC.
I want to remind everybody we are patting on the back by special request today. Niecy Ennis. Niecy is retiring after 27 years of service at the Barren River Lake State Resort Park. A lot of good, hard-working people down there keeping that place going. It is a jewel of the county, and so we're proud of Niecy's service today. So if you see Niecy Ennis, pat him on the back. Tell him he's good as gold from his friends at WCLU, and a little taste of Texas where good friends meet for great food and home for the best steaks in town. Coming up next, we've got trivia. Put your thinking cap on. It's a sports trivia question coming up next here on Good Morning Live.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is GillyHide.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive. See the Carfax Vehicle History Report. Calculate payments. Apply for financing. Get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book. And check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
Listen to the delicious crunch of Little Caesars' new extra most bestest hot and ready thin crust pepperoni pizza for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 p.m. Just walk in and pick up a large, crispy thin crust pizza with the most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of only $6. Little Caesars thin crust pepperoni pizza. One bite and you'll be back for more.
Pizza. Top 4 national pizza chains. Extra most bestest thin crust pepperoni pizza versus large round one topping thin crust pepperoni. Everyday standard menu prices at participating locations plus tax.
All right, Little Caesars morning trivia question, 270-651-9149. That's 270-651-9149. Who can answer today's question? You'll get a free Little Caesars pizza. Here's today's sports trivia question. We've got a sports question for you this morning, and it is, the mule kick and stale fish are terms used in which sport? Who can tell me? 270-651-9149. The mule kick and the stale fish are terms used in which sport? Let's go to the phone lines now here at 270-651-9149.
Good morning, trivia.
Karate boxing. It is not karate boxing. That is a pretty good guess, though. I know the answer going in, but if I did know the answer, that would have been probably what I would have guessed. Good morning, trivia. No dial tone. Again, who can tell me what the mule kick and stale fish are used in? What sport am I talking about? 270-651-9149 is the number to call. Good morning, trivia. Hello, trivia.
Wasp feeding.
Say what now?
Wasp feeding.
No, that is not not funny. 270-651-9149. Trivia.
Croquet.
Not croquet. And not crochet either. Who could tell me the mule kick and stale fish are used in what sport? Trivia.
Karate.
Not karate. It's a it's a sport we don't do around here. I'll help you out a little. 270-651-9149. Trivia.
Rugby.
Not rugby. Mule kick, stale fish. If you do a mule kick or a stale fish, you're doing something in a sport. Who can tell me what sport it is? Trivia.
Snowboarding.
That is right. Who am I speaking with?
This is John Gray.
John who?
Gray, G-R-A-Y.
John Gray. Well, congratulations. Did you have to look that up, John?
Yes, I did. We don't do much snowboarding here at Horse Cave.
You don't?
No, sir.
I'll tell you what. We used to go skiing on those church trips. I couldn't ski. I came back injured. So I tried snowboarding because it was a lot like skateboarding, and I could do that. But there you go. That's the mule kick and the stale fish, snowboarding. And it's a huge sport all around the world.
Yeah, I got a friend. He's requested. He wanted you to do a special interview with Angela.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the...
Yeah, he misses her.
Who do what now?
I said, I got a friend. He wants you to do a special interview with Angela Briggs.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell him
He
that...
said he missed her.
Okay, well, good. Good deal. All right, have a good day, sir. Come by and get your pizza. Thank you. Barron County Business Supply.
Barron County Business Supply. For all your home office, business, and school supply needs. They've just received another truckload of high-quality scratch and dent furniture at incredible savings. Chairs, desks, cabinets, more savings and more selection from Barron County Business Supply. Free next-day delivery to anywhere in South Central Kentucky. There's several ways to place your order. Visit their website online at bcbsupply.com. Call toll-free at 1-866-9-BARRON. Barron County Business Supply. The area's #1 supplier of office products.
CBS News update. The Mueller report has been out for weeks. In just 2 hours, the former Russia special counsel talks about it before the House Judiciary Committee. Connecticut Democrat Jim Himes.
The American people are going to learn a lot because most Americans have not read that report. And it's a pretty dramatic report. It gets dry in parts, but there are elements of that report that are really important for the American people to see.
South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham.
I don't think anything Mueller can say that's going to change anybody's mind.
And former federal prosecutor David Weinstein says he expects Robert Mueller to stick to the script, meaning what's already written in his report.
Any question that's asked of him, his answer will be posed in the way of a direction. You can find my answer on page X at paragraph and line Y and Z, and that's really what you should be focusing on if you want the answer to the question you've asked me.
And again, the House Judiciary Committee hearing is scheduled to start in just under 2 hours, the first of 2 hearings today. CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
The Royce Radio Family, WCLU, 1490 Glasgow, WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow, and W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
WCLU News Time is 7:04. It is 57 degrees here in downtown Glasgow. We're getting ready to hear the news with our WCLU News Director, Brennan Crane. Coming up, it's the news with Brennan Crane right after this. Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust. Insurance is full of complicated legal documents and statistics, but really 2 things matter the most, and that's the company backing the policy and the people in front of it. At ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance Agency, they have more than smiling faces. The experience and knowledge can't be duplicated, and the company name, ISU Pettigo-Lessenberry, has been the name so many homeowners, business owners, farmers, even government bodies, and public schools have trusted since 1902. Call your dedicated Pettigo-Lessenberry Insurance agent today.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird. forward, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you.
270-651-8837.
Come on down to Bailey Gibson. The 2018s have to go.
All 2018 models are marked down. Buicks, GMCs, cars, trucks, SUVs, they've all got to go. Prices have been cut.
Cut below invoice?
Yes, get a new 2018 below invoice pricing, in addition to all available incentives. Need financing? We can help with that also. Come on down to 306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Check out the big savings on all remaining 2018 Buicks and GMCs on the lot. These are the lowest prices of the year. Find the vehicle you like and let us help with the rest.
Remember, Buicks, GMCs, savings, Bailey Gibson.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Morning for WCLU News. I'm Brennan Crane reporting. A bicycle accident that left Glasgow Electric Plant Board Superintendent Billy Ray injured has raised questions among board members as to who could execute his roles in the case he is incapacitated. Board members gathered Tuesday night in regular session to discuss these issues. Ray was incapacitated July 10th after he collided with a vehicle during a morning bike ride. Ray says he was mostly unconscious July 11th, leaving the Glasgow EPB without an executive to carry out operations like signing off on POs. At this point, Ray is officially away from work. While Ray can complete certain tasks away from the office, board members discuss times in the future when Ray may be unable to complete even those tasks. Finance Manager Melanie Reed completed executive tasks following Ray's accident, but laws stated in the Little TVA Act and Kentucky Revised Statute dictate that the utilities superintendent is the only authorized individual to complete certain tasks. According to Glasgow Electric Plant Board attorney Ron Hampton, KRS 96.780 states that the superintendent is the only individual who can take action and complete tasks prescribed to the position. With this information, the board decided to design its own protocol in times when the Glasgow Electric Plant Board superintendent is incapacitated.
Superintendent's job, which is to let all contracts subject to approval of the board, but without such approval, obligate the board on purchase orders and so forth up to certain amounts. We still may have a special call meeting because it may be we need to get somebody else in there to take care of it. But we're talking about just a very short temporary fix, regardless of how long the superintendent may be incapacitated.
Board members voted to permit the chief finance officer, or in the case of the Glasgow Electric Plant Board, the finance manager, to serve as interim superintendent. But the board specifically laid out that the CFO is to only adopt the position if the superintendent is incapacitated. The board also says it will review this procedure annually. In relation to Ray, Reed would also have been authorized to carry out his duties when he was unconscious and unable to do any work. As for other times, the superintendent would be expected to carry out his duties. Ray is currently doing this as he works away from the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. Ray says he is recovering well. He tells WCLU News he is mostly at home under the care of his wife. In other business, Windstream continues to be a financial issue for the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. According to Ray's report Tuesday, Windstream owes the Electric Plant Board nearly $35,000. The number is increasing. Ray says the debt is a result of their failure to pay for pole attachments that they were billed for in January. Since then, the Glasgow Electric Plant Board has paid its debt to Windstream, but has not received payment from Windstream regarding its debt. A Bowling Green man was arrested Monday after police responded to a disturbance call in the Lamplighter neighborhood of Warren County. Police say the suspect was standing over the victim when they arrived. Police say 34-year-old Matthew Haar had been involved in an argument with the victim. According to police, Haar assaulted the woman during the argument, resulting in her falling onto the driveway. Police say the victim and a witness told them Haar tried to drive over the victim while she was on the pavement. Haar was arrested and charged with attempted murder, domestic violence, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, third offense, third-degree criminal mischief, and fourth-degree assault with a minor injury, domestic violence. Haar was lodged in the Warren County Jail. A man has been arrested in Warren County after authorities say they responded to a report of a vandalized speed sign. Police say a speed sign was placed in the 2800th block of Plum Springs Road due to ongoing speeding complaints. According to police, a speed trailer was beaten and had been pushed over. A home surveillance video appeared to show a man beating the trailer with a hammer. Police say the man was identified as 29-year-old Foster Buchanan of Bowling Green. Police made contact with Buchanan at his home, where he later admitted to criminal mischief. Buchanan was arrested and charged with first-degree criminal mischief, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, third offense, possession of marijuana, and buying or possessing drug paraphernalia. Buchanan was lodged in the Warren County Jail. According to Attorney General Andy Beshear, the Pike County grand jury last week indicted 51-year-old Anthony Baker for crimes that allegedly occurred while he hosted underage drinking parties, which included the use of illegal narcotics. The grand jury indicted Baker for second-degree unlawful transaction with a minor, a Class D felony, third-degree unlawful transaction with a minor, a Class A misdemeanor, and second-degree wanton endangerment, a Class A misdemeanor. The youngest minor allegedly attending these parties was 15 years old. A charge is merely an accusation. A defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. Baker is scheduled to be arraigned in Pike Circuit Court on July 31st at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Beshear's office says Kentuckians have a moral and legal duty to report any instance of child abuse to local law enforcement or to Kentucky's Child Abuse Hotline at 877-597-2331 or 877-KENTUCKY-SAFE-1. It's 7:11, 57 degrees in downtown Glasgow. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. Straight ahead, more of the news you can depend on right here on WCLU.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry. I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
In more news this hour, Kentucky State Police are investigating the deaths of 3 people whose bodies were found after officers responded to a report of shots being fired. News outlets report police arrived at the scene in LaRue County on Monday to find a home fully engulfed in flames. Trooper Peter Binkley says a woman was found dead inside a vehicle on the property. When the flames were extinguished, another victim was found. Trooper Scotty Sharp said authorities discovered a third person dead on the property, and that discovery led officers to contact police in Louisville. Police said a second crime scene is being investigated at a location in Jefferson County. That site is about 40 miles from the LaRue County home. The cause of the fire and the victims' names haven't been released. Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin's pension relief proposal is one step away from final passage after winning approval from a Senate committee as a special legislative session continues. The Senate State and Local Government Committee advanced the bill on Tuesday without making any changes. That sets the stage for a vote in the full Senate today. If the measure clears the Senate without any changes, it will go to Bevin. The bill reflecting Bevin's plan passed the House by a slim margin Monday. The proposal aims to bring relief for regional universities and quasi-governmental entities strapped by massive increases in retirement costs. The affected agencies include public health departments, community mental health centers, and domestic violence shelters. The special session began last Friday and cost taxpayers about $66,000 daily. 3 people have been indicted on charges in the death of a Kentucky toddler who was attacked by a dog. News outlets report the boy's mother and the dog's owners shared the Louisville home where 2-year-old Isaiah Geeling was attacked. 25-year-old Jennifer Geeling was indicted Tuesday on charges of reckless homicide. Dog owner's 50-year-old Jack Sharping Jr. and 53-year-old Sharon Sharping were indicted on second-degree manslaughter charges. Louisville police responded to a report of a child inside a dog's mouth in May, and the wounded Isaiah was hospitalized. Authorities said Isaiah later died from blunt force injuries. Geeling and the Sharpings are set to appear in court Monday. Louisville Metro Animal Services spokeswoman Tia Barnes tells the Courier-Journal that the dog still is in quarantine. While Kentucky lawmakers are working on a pension bill he wants them to pass, Republican Governor Matt Bevin has been in Colorado talking trade with the vice president. The campaign of Bevin's Democratic challenger calls it a, quote, complete lack of leadership, end quote, for Bevin to be out of the state while lawmakers meet in a special session that Bevin convened. A photo showing Bevin attending a speech by Vice President Mike Pence at a Republican Governors Association event in Colorado was circulated Tuesday on Twitter. Bevin faces a tough re-election challenge from Democrat Andy Beshear. Beshear's campaign said Tuesday that Bevin, quote, can't even be bothered to show up, end quote, as lawmakers debate his pension proposal. Bevin tweeted that he met with Pence to discuss trade issues affecting Kentucky. And American singer-songwriter John Prine is postponing several shows this summer so he can have surgery to insert a stent to prevent a stroke. A statement on Prine's website on Tuesday said Prine's doctors told him he had an elevated risk of stroke, and he had plans to have the surgery this week. Prine, who was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in June, has previously also had surgeries for lung and neck cancer. The 72-year-old has postponed his next 8 shows, starting with a July 28th concert at Red Rocks in Colorado through the Edmonton Folk Festival in Canada on August 11th. The Grammy-winning country folk icon from Kentucky is known for songs like Angel from Montgomery, Sam Stone, and Hello in There. It's 7:16, 57 degrees in downtown Glasgow. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Governor Bevin's pension relief proposal is one step away from final passage after winning approval from a Senate committee. The bill allows regional universities, health departments, and some other government agencies to opt out of the Kentucky retirement systems. Bob Jackson is president of Murray State University.
Obviously, we will be looking at all options in the bill and otherwise to determine, what we can do, what we need to do, and we'll be talking to financial advisors, rating agencies.
The bill will get a vote in the full Senate today. It's already passed the House. A state lawmaker wants to raise taxes on e-cigarettes and funnel the money into the troubled pension system. Suzanne Duvall has more on that.
State Representative Jerry Miller of Louisville is behind the effort, which would increase taxes on vape products to match the taxes on other tobacco products. It has the support of Kentucky Commissioner of Public Health Dr. Jeffrey Howard.
Electronic cigarette use is an epidemic here at home, here in Kentucky, and we have to do something about it.
Opponents of the bill say it could run vape stores out of business.
All you're going to do is close vapor businesses here in Louisville or here in Kentucky by passing this tax.
Derby Cigs owner Troy LeBlanc tells WLKY his customers would just go online and buy the same products without paying the tax. I'm Suzanne Duvall.
State police are releasing the names of the victims in a double murder-suicide. Troopers responded to a home in LaRue County on Monday where they found 39-year-old Nicole Murray and 33-year-old Brittany Wilson dead at the scene. Murray had been shot, and investigators believe she was the victim of a domestic situation. Wilson's remains were found dismembered in a freezer, and she is believed to have been killed at a home in Louisville. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's the summer travel season. To raise awareness of traffic laws and to encourage safe driving habits, state and local law enforcement are out in force during the Blue Lights Across the Bluegrass campaign. The goal is not to write tickets, but to save lives. Don't speed, don't drive impaired or distracted, and always wear your seatbelt. Obey the laws, or you will be cited. No exceptions, no excuses. Paid with federal funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Ready to join a new gym? Better Business Bureau's President and CEO Rihanna Smith Hamblin has some tips before you sign on the bottom line.
Before you join a gym, determine your priorities. Take a tour, ask if they offer a free trial, and take your time making a decision. Understand the introductory offers and cancellation policies. BBB often receives complaints against gyms because the customer didn't read the terms and conditions. And don't forget to check out your local gym at bbb.org.
Did you know termites cause over $5 billion in property damage each year? Luckily, you can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system with always active technology. Centricon creates a protective barrier around your home to stop termites before they ever have the chance to attack. It is truly investment protection for your home. The pros at Arrow Exterminators also specialize in pest, mosquito, and fire ant control. And you can feel good knowing that all services are backed with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. All you have to do is schedule a free home evaluation, and a licensed Aero professional will come to your home and inspect, identify, and then treat in the most environmentally responsible method available today. Call 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-AERO or aeroexterminators.com. It's not just pest control, it's Aero Exterminators Pest Control.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
Into the good stuff now. Temperatures almost 10 degrees below average as we start the day, and as we go through the day, we'll stay below average by about 10 degrees. Humidity is comfortable, boy, for the last week of July. This is going to be a pretty good run. Plenty of sunshine today, 81. Tonight, clear, 56. Tomorrow, sunny, 83. Friday, more sun than clouds, 88. And probably staying in the upper 80s over the upcoming weekend with plenty of sunshine. No rain mentioned until about Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. It's 7:20 and 57 degrees right now in downtown Glasgow, and winds are south at 1 mile an hour now currently, and barometer's still holding on at 30.08. We are at 95% humidity. And that is your weather forecast, which is brought to you by TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
What if your doctors treated you like family, your nurses calmed your fears, you received personalized, compassionate care at every visit? At TJ Regional Health, we're committed to excellence in patient care for every person, every day. To us, total local care is more than a tagline. It's our promise to you. Come experience exceptional care at the TJ Regional Health network of hospitals and clinics, where people you know care for the people you love. Visit tjsampson.org to learn more.
Spend your weekday afternoons learning the common sense way to handle your money. The Dave Ramsey Show on WCLU from 1 until 4 helps you deal with money management, debt freedom, and financial peace. Brought to you locally by Lock Shield Partners, creating a map for your future.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
I am loaded.
Are you crazy, chicken?
No, I'm loaded with sauteed mushrooms, bacon, green onions, and a blend of cheeses. And have you met my girlfriend, Hawaiian Chicken?
Aloha.
And this is my old buddy, the deluxe grilled chicken sandwich. He's big and bad on the outside, but tender on the inside with Swiss cheese and bacon strips.
Take your pick at Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake. And chicken, too.
All right, we're getting ready to do the birthday list, brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. And coming up, we'll hear from them. Here we go.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
And here is the Ralphie's Fun Center birthday list for today. I want to send a special happy birthday shout out to Ralph Gentry, who is 61 today. Paula Coomer celebrates. Buddy Pickett is 65. Also Bailey J. Yules. Shannon Taylor. Judy Glass has a birthday today. Renelle Houchin. Holly Alexander. Also Madonna Young. Barbara Hatcher. Ernesta Nene Hayes has a birthday today. Stephen Lee. Justin Hubbard is 32. Elijah Wood has a birthday today. He's 14. We've got Rex Thomerson on the list. Happy birthday. 71 years young from your sister Shirley. Also Johnny Young has a birthday today as well. We've got a 10 gong for Olivia Wood today. Happy birthday, Olivia. 10 years old today. Hard to believe. We've got Kelly Allen on the list. Jerry Wood. Ricky Lee Neal, Peggy Wilson Brown, Mahogany Staples, Mariana Irving, Tim Doyle, Danielle England Miller, Leanne Botts. Amberly Meek is 29 today. Brittany Knuckles, Elliot Dickerson, Mel Parker, and Braxton Bragg turns 18. Anniversaries today for John and Rhonda Doyle, and also Floyd and Lois Bull, 39 years today. It is Niecy Ennis Day on the radio, celebrating 27 years and retirement at the Barren River Lake State Resort Park. So if you see Ennis around town, Niecy Ennis, pat them on the back, tell them they're good as gold from their friends at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. All right, coming up, we've got Tidbit News here on Good Morning Live. Stay tuned.
Good morning, friends. At Romans chapter 3, there's a vivid pronouncement of one truth. There is none righteous, no, not one. How many of us do not sin? None. How many of us really seek God as we should? There's room for improvement in all our lives. I know that we're called to holy living and to doctrinal truth, and I realize that we must not compromise our stance in such matters by giving in and accepting a lesser holiness or a doctrinal corruption. We must make our belief known and live out our statement. However, we must guard against adding problem to problem by exhibiting an improper attitude toward those around us. Let's please guard against becoming a modern-day Pharisee. We must call people to holiness. That must be done through love and with the willingness to help them get where they need to be. I don't have all the answers, but I know how Jesus has treated me, and I know that people are more important than the wrong they do. Think about it. Are you bringing people to Christ, or are you driving them away? For the Refuge Church of Christ, this is Danny Wyatt inviting you to come and worship with us.
Some people say, a pharmacy is a pharmacy. You go in, you buy the same pills you can buy anywhere. I would tell you different. I know from my own personal experience that Glasgow Prescription Center, the difference really is the people that work there. I was having a hard time sleeping. I couldn't get the right mask for my CPAP machine, and it was really affecting the way I live. Luckily, I met Bryant at Glasgow Prescription Center, and he pointed out a new mask that was similar to my old mask, but might fit better and might relieve the pressure that I just couldn't stand and couldn't sleep with at night. And I'm happy to say I'm sleeping better, I feel better, and it's all because I'm at the right person at the right pharmacy. Glasgow Prescription Center is not just any other pharmacy. And I would encourage you that if you're not happy with the service you're getting, or you're looking for the right kind of home medical product, or you just want to see a smiling face when you go to the pharmacy, Glasgow Prescription Center is the best place to go. Located in the Southgate Shopping Center, call 270-651-8889.
Hey, did you know Bluegrass Cellular's offering back-to-school smartphones for only $1 a month?
Whoa, that's as crazy as our back-to-school schedules.
Oh, it's the real deal, all right. So, when Junior has soccer practice,
and Katie has robotics club,
and Junior has guitar lessons,
and Katie has cheerleading,
they can both have smartphones, and we'll all stay connected this year.
So with $1 smartphones, Bluegrass Cellular's not only going to save us money, they'll make managing our busy schedules easier than ever.
You ready to head over there now?
Never too busy for that. From now through July 31st, hurry into Bluegrass Cellular and get the LG Stylo 4 or the Moto G7 Power for only $1 a month. Restrictions apply. Buy online now at bluegrasscellular.com or at your closest store. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
It is Tidbit News today here on WCLU, and Brennan is answering the phone right now, so we'll wait just a moment for Brennan. But we've got some good stuff in the Tidbit News today, two stories of which involve the Guinness Book of World Records. And so we'll wait for Brennan to come on with me so we can discuss this incredible story that we're about to talk about here in just a moment. Matter of fact, we'll pause and come right back.
2 years ago, the African Children's Choir mesmerized our community with a spectacular performance, and they're coming back. Wednesday, July 24th, the First United Methodist Church will once again host the African Children's Choir. Their performance will be held in the sanctuary of the Glasgow Baptist Church and will begin at 7 p.m. The African Children's Choir melts the hearts of audiences with their charming smiles, beautiful voices, and lively African songs and dances. The Just As I Am tour combines traditional hymns with African cultural sounds and a stunning visual story of God's faithfulness. This concert is free and open to all. It's Wednesday, July 24th. The African Children's Choir returns to Glasgow. Don't miss it.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Folks, there was a reason we did have a little bit of delay on Tidbits, because we do have some breaking news to tell you about that was just reported to the newsroom. So I'll put Brennan Crane on the air now. Brennan?
Thank you, Wes. So, of course, a caller has advised us here that there has been a quote, bad accident. Of course, the accident is going toward Edmonton on US 68. The road is shut down at this point. The caller advises that it's in the Mayfield Plaza intersection area, and that's relative closer to Glasgow. So if you're commuting to Edmonton this morning, US 68 is closed at this point. Of course, we'll work to gather more information regarding what's going on specifically, but that portion of the roadway is closed down to motorists at this point due to an accident. And it's at this point there's no information available as to who is involved, what is involved, but we do know that there has been an accident.
Okay, and folks that live out there, they know what the detour. You could take Big Meadow and come through 70
Sure.
and then come back up Coral Hill or whatever you want to do. So
we will, of course, I'll be working this morning to find out additional information regarding this. But at this point, we are unavailable to give any more information.
Thank you for that update, Brennan.
Yes.
Just so we have a better transition, we'll play one more word from our sponsors and come back with Tidbits. Sound good? All right. Chances are you have a wedding to go to this summer. It's just that time of the year, and you have gifts to buy for the newlyweds, and you're wondering where to go to find the right gift. Let me tell you, the Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express. The Empty Nest, now celebrating their 10th year in business in Glasgow, has a wide variety of things that both brides and grooms will love. To decorate their home, take on the honeymoon, or just a cute little accessory for her to enjoy. When it comes to gifts, think Empty Nest inside the Pharmacy Express in Glasgow. Let's just play that Tidbit news song all again.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the globe and up the street, it is news of the Tidbit variety, where we have news from UPI.com today about a woman, a Welsh woman, who is known as the Bass Queen. She's all about that bass, in other words, like Meghan Trainor, if you will, but she earned the title when she broke a Guinness World Record for the lowest vocal note sung by a female singer. Helen Leahy was measured by multiple pieces of equipment at the music school Wagnet in Koblenz, Germany. She sang from a D5 to a D2 note at 72.5 hertz, beating the previous record, which was at 82.4 hertz, and an E2. So we're going to play the note for you, and the folks watching can see her doing this, but here is that lowest note sung by a woman. That is low. I mean, that is a low note to be sung by a woman.
Yes, it is. I was surprised to hear that.
Like, can you imagine the things you can do with a voice like that? Like pretending to be a man,
right?
Or pretending to be your husband.
It reminds me of in classic theater. men always played, all the parts, including women.
Right.
But now it's probably the other way around. Women are playing all the parts, including men.
And why not? Why not, right? It can go
progressivism at the finest.
Can you, that note, though?
That was low. I couldn't go that low.
That was Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire low. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be offensive, but now I don't think I could date a girl, which I'm married anyway, but in my dating days, I don't think I could date a girl that had the low voice like that.
Well,
it would scare me.
It's like, good morning. Good morning, beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do the laundry and the dishes.
Anything you want.
And I'll clean the gutters, whatever you want. Just don't yell at me like that.
The gentleman on the, fixing the, this gentleman here, fixing the, or I guess he was monitoring her audio.
Yes.
He looks scared. Like, he's like, oh my, I'm very concerned.
Well, he's focused in.
He is.
He's focused in. So, all right. So that was the first story for Guinness Book of World Records. I've got another Guinness story here. This is so silly I had to read it. An Idaho man who has broken more than 100 Guinness World Records earned another title when he wrapped his wife in plastic wrap in 1 minute and 57 seconds. David Rush, who has broken dozens of Guinness World Records in his pursuit to promote STEM education, said it took 4 practice tries and 12 official attempts to successfully cover his wife from the bottoms of her feet to her neck in plastic wrap. Yes, this is something people do in their spare time. Roll that beautiful bean footage there, Brennan, as you see this guy wrapping his wife in plastic. It requires that she have no rips, tears on her skin or clothing as to be left uncovered by the wrap.
Yes.
So folks on the radio can't see this, but everybody else on Six and Facebook can, Periscope, YouTube.
Well, and I was going to say, for our radio audience, it's over the shoulder, under the legs, back up the back, over the chest, around the chest, over the arm. It's ridiculous.
Well, I wonder where the thought of this came about. Who would think to do like if maybe your wife's like getting ready to be older, and you want to preserve her young looks. Maybe you wrap her in. I don't know. That's a terrible thing to say.
Yes,
but I don't know why. I'm just trying to figure out where the idea came from.
Now, this is what's concerning to me. Of course, you have a danger anytime. Anything on you is flammable, perfumes, sprays, but could you imagine if you accidentally caught fire, how miserable that would be?
That would be awful.
It would.
That would be terrible.
Because
so, yeah, you can't have flammable. It says that the plastic tore on like her joints and stuff a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously she's, but it's just... Where do you think of this? 1:57, and I hope after all of that abuse that she is allowed to do that to her husband as well.
Yes. Well, I thought it was bad enough when I see people duct taping people to the walls, they just do that to whatever, pie them in the face, but wrap them in plastic wrap, that's another thing.
It's crazy.
Yes.
But anyway, the record stands now. Go beat it.
That is right. And just one more time as he's starting out around the foot, that's certainly interesting.
Honestly, it doesn't look that fast.
No.
But then they speed it up.
They do.
They edit it a little bit because it's hard to watch, honestly.
Yeah, it is because he's so meticulous with it. He, of course, I guess he's trying to get, every square inch covered, but.
That's awful. All right, well, we'll move forward to the next one. We have, and this is another thing that I do not understand where this comes from. People, you either eat meat or you don't. You're a vegetarian or you're vegan or whatever. But apparently there's people who don't like vegans, and they're called anti-vegan protesters, which immediately grabbed my attention because I'm like, can't you find something better to do with your time?
Right. Can't you advocate for something else?
Here's the story. A pair of anti-vegan protesters have been fined for eating raw squirrels in front of horrified onlookers, including children, at a food market. This is the world we live in today, Brennan. These two people who, I'm not going to say their names because I can't pronounce them. And who cares anyway? But one of them's 22 and one of them's 29, and they began biting chunks of the dead animals in protest at a vegan stall in London. The parent of an upset child asked them to stop, but they continued their protest. So they don't care what kids think, around.
Yeah.
They have no filter. But there is footage of this which will not show of them wearing an animal's carcass around their neck and being handcuffed and led away by police. So if you think this is a good idea, think again, because it will get you arrested.
Yes.
And sort of glad that they did get arrested, because that is awful.
You know, it is awful. Well, it's nonsense to be advocating for something against...
Anti-vegan.
Like, why?
Like, if they're happy, just leave them alone.
That's right. I mean, I don't see one way or the other, you know. And then it's also nonsense to be doing that in public, you know. That's
around children.
That's disgusting, ridiculous.
It's awful. But nonetheless, it's the wild stuff we come up with here on Tidbit News.
Yes.
It is 7:40. We're up to 61 degrees on the thermometer this morning. We'll come back with more news and music as well here on Good Morning Live.
Wendy's 4 for $4 is the deal you can count on every day. No catch, no strings attached, just 4 items for $4. Hence the name, 4 for $4. Choose one of 8 great options like the double stack, spicy chicken wrap, or junior bacon cheeseburger. And you get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink. A full meal for just $4? Only at Wendy's, baby. That's added value multiplied by tons of goodness. Because the 4 for $4 is what you need.